From America 2.5 weeks ago, and I still have 36 hours to do at Aperture. Meanwhile, all the other interns had 6, 5, 4 hours left. So after hearing the news, I was just puzzled and had no clue how I was supposed to finish almost 40 hours in 2.5 weeks, when I normally put in 10 hours a week. So for about 2.5 weeks, I spent almost 5 hours at Aperture every day, just wondering how and when I would finish my hours. And I found out yesterday that I had only 3 hours left to do, which is a good, So today I finished my 3 hours, and I've done exactly 150 hours, which is a good thing, right? Because I have finished all my hours. But today, while working at Aperture, I realized I'm really gonna miss going to Aperture. Where the people are always so friendly and welcoming, always asking how I was even before I reached my desk. And my favorite part of my day at Aperture is actually the part where I arrive, because I always make goofy faces or gesture when I walk past Diana. Diana will always give me a look as though I just arrived from Mars, jokingly. And it's always a new experience at Aperture every day, because every day you will either see or hear the weirdest thing going on. Such as one time when I turn around from my desk, I see a crowd of people hovering over a locked drawer, all trying to open it with paper clips and screwdrivers, because the person the drawer used to belong to left with the keys, and they had to open the drawer for the new staff. And just looking at them trying to open it and guessing what was in the drawer made my day. And at Aperture, there's always food for many different occasions, ranging from a staff leaving to celebrate a new counselor passing their first round of Project Runway. And I also never knew I would find such joy in filing and making intake forms. Meanwhile, my hours at TRC went over and above, beyond what I needed to reach, probably because of all the dance practice and run-through we had for Teen Talk. Now thinking back, I remember whining about all the dance practice we had from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. However, now thinking about it, I kind of miss all the meetings, probably because I got so used to practice every day and seeing the interns more than I see my family.
So true.
But through all the stress from learning the dance turned out pretty good, and the practice made memories for all of us to look back at now. Like the time we all went to Red Hook, a pretty ghetto neighborhood in Brooklyn, to practice at a dance studio that Tammy's teacher got it for us, because we all thought that the studio had mirrors. When we got there, we realized that the mirrors the studio had was only the size of a person's face. But that day turned out to be the funnest trip and practice that we ever had. After all the weird things that happened that day, such as a time when a weird guy came over to all of us while we were waiting for Chi Young and told us that he had to come over here and tell us we were all beautiful. To the dance studio's hallways, lights turning off and on whenever somebody walked past by the hall that we thought there was a ghost. And the Teen Talk at the end of the internship was just as much work. I always thought creating a Teen Talk was an easy thing, probably because the teen health educators at TRC make it seem that way. But when it came to actually planning and doing a Teen Talk in front of everybody, I realized it was hard, especially for me, because I'm always afraid something might come out wrong. So after a while, I start to trail off to a point where I'm talking to myself. But I learned practice makes perfect. So overall, this internship has been a great experience, because from this internship, I learned I was capable of a lot more than I thought. So I'd like to thank everybody at the TRC, Diana, and the CSLP intern for making this 6 months so worth it.